What is the best American band of all time? What is a movie you love which would never get made in today's socio-political climate? What is a job that can't be replaced by AI/robots? Pretty much anything in the creative field. I think AI is interesting because it can be used as a helpful tool to artists that are already making things, but if we're trying to make AI to replace artists, then there's a problem. Sperm donor. Yeah, that would be hard to do. Turing test control subject. By definition, check and mate. The person who helps people use the self-checkout machines. That's what you think. They are working on a robot to fix the robots. I'd love to see a robot deal with a combative patient in the ER. The weird thing is I can see that happening. Imagine an AI dominatrix. I mean, with those AI chat rooms, like, it's sort of happening. Caregiver. In terms of Detroit Become Human, it's possible. Psychiatrist/therapist. Thanks God I changed my major from computer science to pre-med bio. Guessing AI has another 50 years before they figure that one out. There are none, at least partially. Even surgeons/doctors. AI will take some of the work, collating data to make diagnoses, treatment plans, etc. There will still be people in the loop, but maybe now 4 doctors are doing the work of 5. Some percentage will be replaced by AI. Social workers. People need a human-human connection. I believe that human-to-human interaction required jobs are essentially incapable of being replaced by technology. Jobs where we just need someone to listen, someone to talk to, and someone who actually cares include school counselors, marriage counselors, clinical psychologists, religious leaders, human resources, social workers, parole officers, and many others. No matter how human-like artificial intelligence progresses, when we need a sympathetic ear, we want compassion, not code. Not gonna lie, that last line, that's bars, right? Those are bars. What actor or actress stupidly left a movie franchise or TV series thinking they were too good for it, only to be never popular again? Late to the party, but Stuart Townsend was the original casting for Aragorn in the Lord of the Rings movies. But during pre-production and rehearsals, he refused to practice things like swordplay, horse riding, action choreography, etc., always responding, "You'll get it on the day." Peter Jackson decided he couldn't work with him. Viggo was brought in literally on the first day of shooting, and the rest is history. Ja Rule was in the first Fast and Furious movie. No clue if he thought he was too good for the movie, but I wouldn't really want to be in the Fast franchise either. Katie Holmes dropping out of Batman to do a bomb called Mad Money with Nicole Kidman, the ex-wives of Tom Cruise. Katie Holmes turned down a lead in Orange is the New Black. Katie Holmes turned down the role of Buffy in the Buffy the Vampire Slayer TV series. Oh my god, just non-stop misses. Lacey Chabert left Family Guy and was replaced by Mila Kunis, who made bank between new episodes and syndication. David Caruso leaving NYPD Blue and Shelley Long leaving Cheers are good examples. Leo DiCaprio almost missed out on Titanic because he didn't read for parts. James Cameron said something along the lines of, "Okay, thanks for coming in." Leo responded along the lines of, "Wait, if I don't read, I don't get the part?" And Cameron explained he'd be working on the film in post for several years after Leo was done filming, and he wasn't going to take the risk of casting the wrong person just because he was popular. Not quite your question, but I found it interesting. Leo's career could have been derailed if he didn't immediately humble himself to a screen chemistry read with Kate. Not exactly the same as your question, but Sean Connery turned down the role of Gandalf for $30 million plus 15% of profits, which would have got him about $450 million. He said he didn't understand the script. So next time he was offered a script he didn't understand, The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, he took it. Ended up so disappointed in the product that he retired from acting. Oh, that's gotta hurt so bad. Terrence Howard was in Iron Man 1 and was going to become War Machine. This was the very start of the Marvel movies, the MCU. He got bounced, I think, for asking for crazy money. Don Cheadle replaced him for Iron Man 2 and all the movies beyond. Like half the cast of Downton Abbey. I'm not super familiar with it, so I have no clue what they're talking about. Several of the actors of MASH left early to make it big. None of them really did. Chad Michael Murray on One Tree Hill. Jeez, BuzzFeed isn't even trying to hide it anymore. Katie Holmes took a pass on The Dark Knight to be in a movie called Mad Money, and like you, I haven't seen it either. Men of Reddit on dating apps. What's something you see on a woman's profile that instantly turns you off? If they say, "I don't contact first" on Bumble. Isn't that the point of Bumble? That the men have to respond first? My kid comes first. I'd sure f***ing hope so. Usually a sign that their kid does not, in fact, come first for them, sadly. If you have to specifically state that you hate drama, you love drama. 5 consecutive group photos with absolutely no clear direction on which one person is the common thread. I'm not here often. DM me on Insta. That's literally a scam profile. Follow that rabbit hole and you will be mailing Apple gift cards to India. Anytime somebody tries to direct people to a different social media site to message, it's a little sketchy. You better be able to hold a conversation. Then my back hurts as I proceed to carry the whole conversation. Anyone who pretends they are too cool for dating sites. My friends dared me. I'll probably delete this in 24 hours. You are just like the rest of us, Diane. Lonely or horny. Get over yourself. It took me 5 seconds of swiping to find this. This app is stupid. You're probably more of a girl than I am, and I'll probably only talk to you for 5 minutes, but good luck, dude. Holy energy, LOL. It's like people forget that this is a first impression of your entire person. Like, why would you say this? I'm looking for my Joker to my Harley Quinn. Sorry, but unless it's for cosplay or Halloween, that tells me you're rather dysfunctional in relationships and somehow thrive in it. What is the perfect example of a couple that's portrayed as having the perfect love story, but in reality is very creepy? Obviously, we know a whole lot more now, hindsight and all, but people definitely talked about Prince/King Charles and Diana that way when they first got married. There are still Joker plus Harley memes out there, or at least I have one Facebook friend, really a couple's account, reposting them every now and then. I don't know them well enough to call them out on it, but it annoys me every time. As cute and quirky as the Joker and Harley's relationship seems, it's actually just abusive, so don't strive for that maybe. Elvis and Priscilla. She was only 14. Ed and Lorraine Warren. Their personal life was a mess, and he was definitely into underage girls. I always forget that they're real people. Arya and Ezra from Pretty Little Liars. Twilight. Classic example of creepy love. How about Elon Musk's dad marrying his adopted sister? Apparently it's true love, but WTF? Gross. First half of The Notebook is whack as f***. Last part of The Notebook is sad as f***. Celine Dion and Renee Angelil. The fact that she met him when she was 12 and he was 36 is already disturbing to think about, but the fact she's never been with any other man in her life and still chooses to stay faithful to him even after he died. John Lennon and Yoko Ono. I don't know enough about the relationship, but I do know it was not good. What is something you do naked? Shower like the I am. Open a pickle jar. There's good naked and bad naked. This is bad naked. Weigh myself. Pre and post poop, right? Damn straight. I mean, it's really the standard of weighing yourself, right? Walk around my house. I would do that if I didn't live with roommates. Wear clothes. I too am currently naked, wearing clothes. You weirdos freak me out. Hey, let people live how they want to live, okay? Play my bass in my room. For some reason, I just like playing naked. Flea has entered the chat. Poop. Clothing is optional when you're doing it. Helicopter. If you're a man, you've done this before. You can't even lie about it. Eat celery. Well, whatever suits your fancy, I guess. My taxes. You do your taxes? What obscure smell would you buy a candle of? God, it's so stupid, but I'd probably buy, like, gasoline. I'd love a candle that actually smells like wood. I love the smell of fresh lumber. That friend's house you used to go to sleepovers at and spend all night playing LAN PC games together back in 7th grade, and his mom bought pizza for you. I guess this is what 21 Pilots was talking about. Scholastic Book Fair. Really, you just need the smell of like an elementary school library. Fresh baked bread. That would be an interesting candle smell, I can't lie. Rain on hot pavement. Isn't that technically called like petrichor? The smell of a candle that's literally just been blown out. I mean, at that point, just buy unscented candles and keep blowing them out. Gasoline. Apparently, liking the smell of gasoline is genetic. I knew there was something to it. It's because my great-grandparents used to just inhale leaded gas. I wish I could capture that smell of a clear, cold morning in a boreal forest in northeastern Western Ontario. Crisp pine, lake, clear, cold, sunshine. It's a whole vibe. Fresh mowed grass. I'm honestly surprised there isn't a candle like that yet. The smell of garlic and onions sizzling in olive oil. I feel like at that point you could just get some garlic and onions and, sizzle them in olive oil. I want the smell of opening a new video game. God, I miss smelling a brand new DS game. You're given $1,000 cash every day, but anytime you need to poop, you have to use a public restroom. Are you taking the $1,000? Why or why not? Yeah, it'll help me get over my fear of pooping in public places, I suppose. I'm not gonna lie, actually shitting in a public restroom is fine. What's deterring me is having to drive somewhere every time I have to take a shit. I'd probably still do it. Yeah, just for the inconvenience factor, it's not amazing, but it's still worth it. Is it optional each day, or do I have to keep the streak alive? I'd do it either way. I'm sure I could come up with a system to make this less painful. Yes, because my job is now pooping in public restrooms and I am incredibly well paid, so I'm going to do it. That does make me wonder, is this taxable income or is this just magic? I'd poop in front of a live studio audience for $1,000 a day. Hell yes, I'll take that deal. In fact, you can make it a glass public restroom and y'all can come watch. Besides, if it can be any public restroom, I know a few stores that have some really, really clean ones. Not to mention, because of healthy issues, I only poop 2 or so times a week, so let's do this. That's not really good that you only poop twice a week. On $365,000 a year, I'm pretty sure the public restrooms I'll be using will be very nice. Or I'll just walk into expensive hotel lobbies. I would poop almost anywhere for $1,000. Honestly, if you give me $500, I'll do it. $365K per year to walk to the local cafe or supermarket? Yes. My only question is what happens if there's a weird night poop? The latest place open around here closes at 11 p.m. You have the funds to build your own public restroom in front of your house. You're not wrong. People here really underestimate the impact of a $365K salary and overestimate the dirtiness of public restrooms. I open a pay-to-enter public restroom in front of the hypothetical house I own. No one pays to poop where I live. Place is mine. Now these are the loopholes I'm looking for. Yes! I would start up a blog, Toilets on the Go, when you gotta go. Tell the world my experience on every public toilet I use. Haha. Whoa. Careful with the ideas here. You don't want to say I'm too loud or else BuzzFeed will take it. What is wrong to be proud of? Taking advantage of a person's kind spirit. Only villains really do this. Having/faking a disorder or anything. These people in my school are so proud of having anxiety/depression. It's nothing to be proud of, but yeah, they're 15 years old, like me. They think having mental health issues is cool. It really isn't the look you think it is to cosplay having a mental illness. Being ignorant. No, doesn't. I think there are very select moments where being ignorant is probably better. Scamming people and calling it a talent. Cheating. Literally thousands of TikToks of grown men and women just being so happy with themselves for cheating on a completely innocent person thinking they're the shit. Having no filter. As in, I'm not cruel, I'm just blunt and have no filter. They can say it all they want, but we all know they're just an a-hole. As a kid, the wealth and status of your family. Motherfucker, you've done nothing to further that, apart from being born into it. It's really funny when you see children online bragging how rich they are, and it's like, dog, you're 9 years old. Go get a job. Having an unhealthy lifestyle. Basically, people bragging they got 3 hours of sleep and still got full energy to work, etc. at work. Also, stupid hustle culture where you ignore rest of thing, your life, health, and family and friends. I knew a dad with 4 kids who was proud of the fact that he never changed a diaper in his life. Ooh, yeah, big yikes. That man, ooh, I feel bad for his wife. Which is the best animated series for adults? For me, it's Archer. I've heard it's really good. I'm just not a huge fan of the animation style. I know it's not for everyone, but vote goes to the Boondocks. Does anyone know where I can watch the Boondocks? Because unless it's only on Adult Swim's website, which I don't really want to go to. Bob's Burgers. It doesn't try to be too edgy, so it's easy to watch, and often surprisingly heartwarming. BoJack Horseman is great if you want something heavier. Futurama, hands down. BoJack Horseman. Shout out depressed people, am I right? The Simpsons, seasons 2 through 10. F is for family. I've heard this one's pretty good, but the first episode didn't really grab me. Venture Brothers. That's another one big on my list. I need to watch this. South Park. I'm genuinely surprised how long South Park has managed to survive. Samurai Jack. Amazing answer. Beautiful. Mwah. Archer and Rick and Morty. After everything that's happened with the Rick and Morty team recently, I am curious curious how they're gonna make another season. What do you think people born after 2010 missed out on? Privacy. Especially since around then, that's when family channels started becoming a thing, and I feel so bad for those children. The best era of Cartoon Network. That is true, and a lot of those shows are just gone. The internet, when it was young and beautiful. The ability to be ejected without every mistake being a social media event, or the anticipation of buying a CD for the music as well as the artwork and photos and thank yous and all. YouTube with no ads. No ads, no Patreon content, no in-video sponsorship. And the business still boomed without all the garbage. That's capitalism for you, baby. Windows being dramatic and saying your download would take something like 39 years, 7 months, 3 days, 4 hours, and 14 minutes to download, then being really happy when it only took 8 hours and 47 minutes. No, Steam still does that. Sometimes it'll tell me I have like 7 years before a game will download and it's 4 gigabytes. A life in which you're not always in front of a camera. I do kind of wish I got to experience that to the fullest. Physical photos. I have thought about printing out physical photos just for like, you know, pictures of my dog to put in frames around the house. Flash games, cool math games, and the Ninja Kiwi website will always hold a special place in my heart. As annoying as Flash could be sometimes, I do miss it. The early Wild West internet. I don't know if I'd say it was better, but it was definitely a memorable experience. Oh yeah, stumbling upon Rotten.com was a great time. Lack of social media influences. That was the age when you weren't necessarily an influencer if you had popular videos, you were just someone who went viral on the internet. Life before cell phones. Being unreachable most of the time, and people not expecting to be able to reach you 24/7. The expectations people have on texting nowadays is a little ridiculous. Superior McDonald's Happy Meal toys. Look, I'm still coping with the fact that there are people that were born after 2010. Yeah, that makes me want to vomit, actually. What is something many people believe but is actually not true? It's no, I am your father. Not Luke, I am your father. I wonder if we got Mandela'd from that because movies and TV shows had to like change it slightly for copyright reasons? That the popular thought experiment known as Schrodinger's cat was created to help explain quantum superposition when in reality it was created to discredit it. That's what we call being foisted by your own petard. Are you having a stroke? I don't understand that sentence. That banks just keep huge piles of money in their vaults. You're not going to be living a very luxurious life with what is actually in most bank vaults. What are in bank vaults then? Is it just where you keep the security deposit boxes? That everyone else has it all figured out, and I am just all screwed up. Reality is we are all winging it, so we have to help each other and uplift each other. This journey is not a solo ride. And what it all comes down to is that no one's got it all figured out just yet. But I got one hand in my pocket and the other's giving a peace sign. Shout out Alanis Morissette, who sang that so much better than I did. That if your hand is bigger than your face, you have cancer. Smack. The oldest trick in the book, and people still fall for it. That leaders or people in a position of authority are in that role because they are smarter than the majority of the people they lead. Oftentimes, it's not. They just fumbled their way there. Cracking your knuckles gives you arthritis. Oh, if that's not true, then thank God. That chiropractic spinal subluxation is safe and effective. In reality, it's a good way to get vertebral artery dissection or cerebral infarction, both of which will kill you or leave you disabled. Chiropractors are not medically trained. They aren't doctors, even though they have a non-accredited qualification which they refer to themselves incorrectly as doctors. Don't go to a chiropractor, go to a physiotherapist. I'm sorry, I'm probably just dumb, but like half of those words were made up, right? Physiotherapist, subluxation, infarction, yeah, whatever, scientists. That fingernails and toenails still grow a little bit after a person dies. The skin shrinks and gives them the appearance that they grew longer. Oh god, oh, yes, shrinking? Ugh. That if you work hard enough, you can achieve anything. Kissing ass and ratting out your friends is the quicker way. What is not illegal, but will definitely net you an unpleasant chat with the police? Wearing a F the police shirt. Yeah, police will get a little upset about that because you hurt their fifis by wearing it. I once got caught by the police because I was walking in circles and looked lost. I had an hour or so between exams and it wasn't lunchtime, so I was passing the time by walking around the city without straying too far from the university. Being caught and interrogated by the police stressed me out so much I actually ended up sounding lost. Breaking into your own car when you accidentally lock your keys inside. Having a large amount of cash. It's legal, but the police will think it's drug money. My ex was on top of a telephone box drunk when he was about 18. Police told him to get down. He replied, "I can't talk, I'm on the phone." Stern talking to ensued. Okay, but that's like a perfect comeback though. Wearing a ski mask in the bank or liquor store. Filming the police. It's almost like they don't appreciate being made to feel like they're doing something wrong. Really makes you think, huh? It makes you go, A friend of mine transferred some money to another friend attached with a note saying, "Kidney from Russia." It was just a dumb joke, but it didn't take long for the police to show up because they had some questions. People who put LOL after everything you comment, why? I don't want to accidentally make someone think I'm upset at them. An actual correct response, LOL. Because I'm anxious, LOL. Same. I have severe social anxiety, LOL. Nervous habit, LOL. Because it looks like a guy drowning, LOL. LOL. He's swimming. I'm guilty of adding haha a lot. I'm trying to convey my tone. I will admit, I am a haha abuser. I don't know why, I just like to use it better. I don't put it on everything I comment/text, but I use it a lot more than I've noticed others. My reason is because I want to make sure I'm portraying a positive mood. Perhaps because I'm likely to take things the wrong way myself, or maybe some other reason. Not sure. LOL. Why not? Why do you care? LOL. Why so serious? LOL. Not everything, but even if it's annoying at times, tone carries horribly over text. So I add LOLs and LMAOs so they don't think I'm saying something that can be sarcastic or a joke as an insult. I don't know why Western countries hate voice messages. It's faster, conveys tone, and funner. Nerves, I guess. LOL. IDK. LOL. I think at this point, LOL does not mean laughing out loud. It's just a new form of punctuation. What do you wish didn't exist? Cancer. Cancer sucks. If you disagree with this, I don't know what's wrong with you. Autoimmune diseases. All of them. Because they all suck donkey. Mosquitoes. Do they add any value to like nature? Because I know there's the whole like, oh, ecosystem, blah, blah, blah. Mosquitoes don't do anything good, do they? My MFing anxiety. Mental illness. And the caps lock button. What's wrong with caps? Gluten intolerance, fatigue, and IBS. Gravity. It's always pulling me down. To be fair, it's doing a pretty good job of keeping the planet together. No, you are. Allergies. I just want to eat my nuts and I turn into an effing pufferfish out of water. Discrimination. Just imagine where we would be without bland discrimination. Climate change. You know, we could mostly minimize climate change, but that would go against corporate interest, and we can't have that. Would you ever take a job being a riddle-telling bridge troll if it paid more than your current job? Why or why not? Are you dumb? Of course I would. That'd just be fun. Depends. Do trolls get a fixed salary, or is it based on commissions? That's actually a good question. Maybe I'll take my answer back. Oh, hell yes. That would be a fun job. And I'm almost to get off my lawn age, so get off my bridge wouldn't be much of a stretch. Is the costume provided, and do I have to make up my own riddles? Perfect questions for an interview. Like, oh my god, you might get the job. No, there's no job security or anything stopping people from assaulting you. You get a large club. Okay, now you're selling me a little bit more. Are you offering me a job? I literally was made for this job. Are you a goblin or a troll of some kind? What are the hours? Ideally, the job does come along with room and board under the bridge, so it would be an on-call position. This is dream job material. TF you on about? This is my ideal job. I would significantly downsize to become a bridge troll. I'd do it for free. Okay, but you do want money though. I would take that job even if it paid slightly less than my current job. I hate my current job. I'll only answer your question if you can answer these questions 3. Again, they just keep showing up to this interview just fully ready. Only thing I need is the riddles. A box without hinges, key, or lid, yet golden treasure inside is hid. That's just an explanation. What's the riddle? What's a song you didn't realize was dirty until you got older? All songs are super dirty is what I learned. Like 80% of them. Grease, Greased Lightning. As a kid, I loved this movie and I carried the double vinyl LP with me everywhere I went. Asked everyone, you got a record player? When I would go to their homes. Wasn't until I was a teen and saw the movie with a GF that I was like, damn, this movie is dirty as f***. I mean, it's a movie about horny high school kids, even though they're all played by 20-year-olds, but like, whatever. Pony by Genuine. My kids finally realized it's not about little horses. You want it. Semi-Charmed Life by Third Eye Blind. All I cared about was the doot. Rude Boy and S&M by Rihanna. I sung it to my mom at 9 years old after coming back from my dad's GF. She still hates the her for that, LOL. Blurred Lines. Too damn catchy. That is how a lot of pop songs really get ya. You Shook Me All Night Long, AC/DC. Depends on the definition of dirty though. Basically all of them because I don't understand English back then. Black Eyed Peas, My Humps, Aqua, Barbie Girl, 50 Cent, Into Club, Lil Jon, Get Low, Destiny's Child, Lose My Breath, All American Rejects, Dirty Little Secret. Yeah, that's a pretty stacked lineup of inappropriate songs. Inappropriate being in air quotes. Milkshake by Kellis. Well, obviously as a kid you wouldn't get it because all you hear is milkshake and you're like, oh, I like those. What would you name your pet dragon? Iroh, the Dragon of the West. Solid name. Dragon McDragonface. I mean, so long as you're only calling it by its first name, I think it'll be fine. Tad Cooper. If that's a reference, I don't get it. Trogdor, the Burninator. Puff. Aw, that's kind of cute. Sean. Well, whatever suits your fancy. Steve, the nice guy dragon. At least we can hope he's nice. Spyro. Good pick. Hopefully they're purple though. I named mine Charcoal. I miss her. You had a dragon. Mr. Burns. Elliot. Tom. Man, we're getting real creative with the names, huh? Kyle. My bearded dragon is named Poe. That's fine. That's good. What's the one song that would wake you up from a coma to turn off? Baby Shark. It's engraved into my head with how much I've heard it thus far. I'm glad I haven't heard like a single note from that song in the past like 4 years. Turn Down for What is my alarm, so probably that one. Dance Monkey. At that point, pull the plug. I don't even want to wake up. Just turn on the radio. Damn near anything that plays will make me turn it off. End Old Man Rant. Happy by Pharrell. This is one of the most annoying sounds I've ever heard and I teach toddlers. Unholy by Sam Smith. At least for how much that song was being pushed on TikTok, I could go a long time without hearing it ever again. Despacito. We Don't Talk About Bruno. I would burn that song alive and smile while doing it. Like, I'll say it's a good song from a Disney movie, but I don't want to hear it in like a coffee shop. Oh no. Oh no. Oh yeah. No, but actually I'm pretty sure they're talking about the TikTok song, so we can move on. Anything Cocomelon. Why are people playing these baby musics in front of you? Friday by Rebecca Black. I'd wake up from the coma not to turn it off, but because like I'd revel in the nostalgia. What is a movie you love which would never get made in today's socio-political climate? Oh god, there's probably a few of them. Almost all movies from the 1970s and 1980s. Animal House, Airplane, I'm Gonna Get You Sucka, everything would suck royally. Funnily enough, I have been thinking, is there a way to make an airplane type movie today? And I think the movie Cocaine Bear kind of gets pretty close. White Chicks. Ooh, yeah, that's like a really, I don't know if that could. Blazing Saddles. Dogma. Tropic Thunder. Ooh, yeah, that would be a risky one. Life of Brian would get so much flack if made today. Best adaptation of the Bible ever made. Monty Python knew what they were doing. Mrs. Doubtfire. Especially with a lot of the drag panic and like trans panic recently, there's no way they'd let Robin Williams do it. Superbad. I don't know, that genre of like edgy comedy for teens is still pretty much there. What is the best American band of all time? Soggy Bottom Boys. Oh, that's what they used to call me back at the frat. Talking Heads. Oh, huge pick. Solid. The Beach Boys. The band that inspired the Beatles to make artistic albums. Solid choice. Did the Beach Boys actually inspire the Beatles? I have my timelines mixed up. I'm old and it's so wonderful to see some of the old bands mentioned. It's nice that younger generations are finding this music. I feel like if you're a genuine music fan, you should at least know a lot of the greats. Creedence, Van Halen, definitely in the top 5, I'd say. For me, R.E.M., Metallica. I mean, all of them are really good, so it's hard to really pick, huh? Well, now that you've all got some music suggestions, I think it's time for me to go. Thank you all once again for watching. My name has been Brandon. Be sure to throw a like down below, comment an answer to a question if you liked it, and give me a little kiss. Bye!